Hi everyone, I'm Nick Curtis, the Art Toy Advocate, and when I see Fool's Paradise's Bat Lowfool, I can't help but think of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Considered one of the most seminal comic book works in the last 30 years, this classic Batman story is the tale of an aged Bruce Wayne coming out of retirement, once again donning the cowl to save Gotham City. But what caused Wayne to go into retirement in the first place? Detailed in last year's The Dark Knight Returns, The Last Crusade, which is set roughly a decade before the miniseries, we experience Bruce Wayne slowing down, his body struggling to remain superheroic, and ultimately it is about that turning point in life, about realizing you are no longer able to do what you once were. And this is a very apt lead into discussing Alan Ng's The Last Ride set. It's hard not to break a smile when viewing this massive Bat Lowfool figure, obviously unable to squeeze himself into the tiny Coin Rides game before him. While not specifically announced as part of the Coin Rides game series, The Last Ride's stylized rendition of the Tumbler from Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy is the 5th Fool's Paradise release to feature the concept. And just like how those coin-operated rides I recall from my youth moved back and forth when you plunked change into the coin box, this piece, like all those in the series, uses ball joints to allow for side-to-side movement. As breathtaking as this innovative aspect is, the real hero piece of this set is, well, Bat Lowfool. Ng's Lowfool character dates back to late 2011, but he was reimagined in 2015 as Bat Lowfool, donning the iconic cape and cowl for the I Don't Want to Be a Hero Tim release. In fact, this figure shares many elements we discussed in the I Don't Want to Be a Hero Tim review, from the tattoos that decorate him to the mustache adorning his lip. But it's the differences that make this version stand out. Bat Lowfool has an overall irregular shape, creating a truly striking profile. Derived from geometric forms, the figure's boxy build is given some roundness through his bulging muscles, a sculptural minimalism that truly allows one to focus on what is present. There is a sadness in the slump of Bat Lowfool's shoulders as he stares down at the coin in his hand. Like a moment captured in time, the specific moment, in fact, that Bat Lowfool realizes he can't ride in his tumbler anymore. A subtle but brilliant way to carefully bridge that chasm between comedy and tragedy. Created out of a true variety of materials, including vinyl, PVC, ABS, resin, and even a real fabric cape that gives added fluidity to the form. The Last Ride was limited to 398 sets worldwide. There is also a glow-in-the-dark version titled The Last Y, which transforms the piece through coloration and decoration into a tribute to Batman's nemesis, the Joker. Confirmed by Ng to be the last Coin Rides game in name only, meaning there are more releases in the series forthcoming. Those interested in acquiring works from Fool's Paradise should follow the artist on Instagram under the username Fool's Paradise Toys, and keep your eyes on his website, doublefools.blogspot.com, for announcements of future pieces. Thank you for watching me, the Art Toy Advocate, Nick Curtis. Agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know your thoughts on Fool's Paradise's The Last Ride by commenting below, as well as liking or disliking this video on YouTube. And please remember to subscribe to the CoArt YouTube channel to be kept up to date on my reviews.